They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 more yards there and another first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, here's Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Cousins throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And a gain there of 11 yards.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And the play clock becoming an issue, so Mike Zimmer's forced to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points. All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward?
Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. CD, before this next drive gets going, the Pro Bowl took place January 27th in Orlando. Third year in a row that the AFC has won, and really the third year in a row where the weather in Orlando has not been too kind. It was ice cold 2017, and then downpours the last couple years.
Yeah, in addition to it being cool as well again this year, so rain and cold, that hurts the crowd a little bit, but still, this game has evolved into what I would call a crazier type NFL game. Quick whistles to make sure guys don't get hurt when there's tackling going on. How about receivers playing defensive back? Defensive backs like Jalen Ramsey catching touchdown passes. And to cap it all off, when they awarded the MVP trophy to, I believe, Patrick Mahomes, it broke.
Yeah, indeed, it was Mahomes, the MVP of the offense. Jamal Adams, MVP of the defense in the 26-7 AFC victory. Well, the upcoming Super Bowl, so many storylines, but one that obviously grabs you. Sean McVay just turned 33 January 24th, youngest coach ever to take a team to the Super Bowl. Double that age for Bill Belichick, who's 66. And, Charles, that's the largest gap between coaches in Super Bowl history.
Yeah, and when you think about it, obviously the age comes into play. But to me, it's more the experience. The number of times that the Patriots have gone to the Super Bowl with Belichick leading them versus Sean McVay's first time in the Super Bowl leading the Rams. Will that game experience come into play at all? But I do like this about Sean McVay. Raised in the game, raised up through the NFL system, no matter how young he might be. Remember, his grandfather was a head coach and a GM in the league. He gets it. He understands. I highly expect the moment to be just fine for him and not too big.
Cousins from the gun on third. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. More from Minneapolis after this. Cousins now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. To throw, Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Ryan. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Anthony Barr not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. On 2nd down, Ryan. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing, Cousins. That's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run for it with Cook. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Final play of the half, Cousins. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well. So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it? Absolutely. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Steps away, and he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Emerson Griffin in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he's able to get it out of there. Sherrills to return it. Well, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position, 1st and 10. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
They go with Murray again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The Vikings on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run here. It's Murray. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Again, it's Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Brooks Reed with a tackle. The Vikings on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now Cousins. Flushed out right. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Rudolph, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And his kick is right through. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams. as we get set for the fourth quarter. Following the interception, Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Everson Griffin in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Flush to his right. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Sherrills. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The left side caught by Diggs. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. A first down throw for Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. Open space inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's some guys, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Drops it off for Coleman. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Tuesday.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Danielle Hunter in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Now Ryan on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Danielle Hunter in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
21.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And the pressure gets to him again. Everson Griffin in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's going to let it fly. They've got his man complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
We know it's tough enough to pick up 1st downs on 3rd down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
Just keeping the play alive. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Austin Hooper, 27 yards. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. Bryant tacks on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run again on first down. Cook, and able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
Exhibition. Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream, cause I never knew I'd get my chance to make up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down. Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to it's talking, it's hustling me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to look doubt, it's clear to see. All eyes on me for 100 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy, does it. In public, hated and love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. Just the glamour life, you still not a player, you ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice and super duper fly. Used to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads. Money over on my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I became 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already lived. It was written in the children's story. Their life's a so what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could tell me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm. Have it stars. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the I'm a player on the late night tier. So these see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog. To the skull, ignorant. Can I live? Still film it, kiss to death, and protect your neck. 3 boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss to death, and protect your neck. Shame on the 3 boys in the Cadillac, grave digger. Money over on my headstone. Here lies young getting paid, but never take a loss on my install. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my install. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the install. Too late, he already dead. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 96. You a shook one, Reeves and all the ledge. I'm your. What's that? I smell. Let me count my. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a. Here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah. The mother ride or die for my. Strictly for my. Survival of the fittest. That's the sound of the police. I'm indeed cover earth, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right there's on my death certificate. I gave you power.
Exhibition.
Questions like who? They're warning. Watch them.
Customize. Print exhibition.
Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block?
Customize messenger.
Bucktown. This.
Excessive message customized.
NY, top of New York with a pitchfork.
Thicker the pie, thicker the bag. Meet them a buying, the lace and no beamer. I'm Brian O'Connor, driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way. Wherever made it, the is mad. Man in them baggins, I'm all in my bag. Why I ain't holding around? Just a little. Bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim. In my denim, she was trying to for a doubt. She don't give a. She was in her bag, Fendi and some lane hags for a burger. Watch in the front seat of the fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. When she was on vacation, we was on roll like tires. What we gon' let? I'm in my bag like I'm in my bag, my. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the be one of the all in the same. Broke at the end of the month, flow Joe, kill mo, run it up, keep clean. Never let them touch, fits like temper tantrums. Girl, come back that up, all in the club, and bring all your girlfriends. Girl hopping up about a Pearl 6, Louis speed bag glued to her wrist. She was getting paid, she ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slay. We blade thicker than a snigger bag. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. Y'all in her bag, I probably should. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go play action. Cousins. Flushed out right. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Flush to his right. And complete right side to Cook. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it second down. Working out of the gun, Cousins dancing to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Ryan now to throw on third down. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And his kick is good. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They start the drive with Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get it to your back. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. Wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of it.
Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Ryan. He's going to look deep down the field. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 43 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Second down, Cousins. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Play fake. Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
We're going, let's go.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
4 down. Watch that 3. Black, 82. Spurs.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, These pants make me look fat, and we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
For the Falcons, Charles, we talked all year about the injuries that they had in 2018, and you kind of touched on it earlier, too. It's hard to get around them, though, when you look back at this past year. So they go to 7-9, and I know that that's not what they wanted, but with all the injuries, is that okay?
It would be if you didn't think you were going to the Super Bowl. You know, if you didn't think you had a chance at that, and they did going into the season. But when you lose your starting safeties in Ricardo Allen and Keanu Neal, your middle linebacker, Deion Jones, for a long stretch of time, you end up starting 1-4. Then in the second half of the season, you have a 5-game losing streak. 7-9 is actually better than I thought that they were finishing because of those 2 long losing streaks.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, it's Ryan again. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him for a loss of 5. Third and long. It's Ryan. Going up top. He's got a man. Complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st down, Ryan. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
39.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. He's got it at the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And he's got it up and through. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A minute 57 to go in this first half. More from Minneapolis after this. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
He finds Robinson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And it is incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. But I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that play, at that time, they're going to run.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. Tackle made there by Robert Alford.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Gun!
36, 36! Check 9, check 9. Slam!
Hey, yo!
45's the mic, 45's the mic.
Play action now. Cousins. They'll roll him out right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Let's get it.
Two.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get into that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Ryan. He's going to let it go again. This is caught inside the 15. 54 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really.
Track how G go too fast. I don't need wear no seatbelt. Bad look, got no upgrade. Now she got. How about the range on? Who is the baby? He going in. Man, these old rappers getting boring. They be taking shots, I ignore them. Send them to the hood while I'm touring. Making plays out of town like I'm Jordan. Need to go get your. Walk on my way, I'ma score it. Lamborghini, I don't want no Porsches. I'm on fire, don't touch me, I'm torching. Had the fish on my teeth, I went porcelain. Put the time on my back, I'm a horseman. One more year, I'ma make it affordless. They load me in the bay like he 40. I be sitting inside of the Moreland. Ain't no screens attached, keeping it cordless. She keep calling, but I keep ignoring it. Ain't no stopping, I'm keeping it foreign it. Man, they can't stop me, I'm going it. Man, they can't stop me, I'm going it. Every time I gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. Every time I gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. I spent the whole M on some clothes. Got a bonus, I sold out the show. Gonna like a pot on the stove. Yellow AP on all of my. I like when that white on the toes. Picture me riding around in that rose. I put some ice on my wrist. Walking in the club with no warning. Take care of the money, they swing on the. Water on me like the sunny, I shine when it's sunny, just platinum and rose. Gonna out the street when I go to DC, I'ma see the mall. Every time I gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. Every time I gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go.
Crazy different city with some different. I can switch my the same way that I change my clothes. Man, it's crazy, I'm envelope. And you know I'm never lacking. Gotta do without stopping traffic. Water on my paddock. In automatic. I drink water when I'm fasting. Use a hands, love me and I can't have it. Boy, I'm from average. Better wait your turn, better get it.
Every time I gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. Every time I gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long, another. Tryna spend the whole M on some clothes. Got a bonus, I sold out the show. Gonna like a pot on the stove. Yellow AP on all of my. I like when that white on the toes. Picture me riding around in that rose. I put some ice on my wrist, it was swole. Still ain't got time with you.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's Chandler Catanzaro ready to get this one started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Dontari Poe busting through to get him for a loss of 6. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. They go play action here on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Wes Horton able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He is going to find Hill here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 2 big plays in succession, and Kansas City's on the move. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And now running right through it. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. No doubt it was a good season for McCaffrey. Finishes 6th in the league in rushing the football over 1,000 yards. But how about what he did in the pass game?
Imagine if he just focused on one or the other, the kind of numbers he could put up. Instead, combining fantastic season. Over 1,000 on the ground, over 100 catches in the air. This guy can flat out do it all. And if they weren't worried about injury, he'd return punts and kickoffs as well. He's a dynamic player.
And those 107 catches, an NFL record for a running back. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Newton. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Newton. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again. And now it's 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Back to throw, Newton. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Now Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal here. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the year.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
For the Chiefs, Charles, looking back to last year in summation, 12-4, first time as the #1 seed in the AFC since the mid-90s, 1995. And, yeah, there was a lot of disappointment, understandably so, after that loss to New England. But it's like we were talking about with Patrick Mahomes, a lot to be proud of.
It certainly is. And just think about your chief weapons coming back. Saw what I did there, didn't you?
Yeah, chief weapons.
Tyreek Hill will be back. Travis Kelce will be back. Of course, Mahomes is the quarterback. The defense will need some work, though. They've got to get better against the run. Gave up way too many yards in that category. They've got to get back to their elite levels in takeaway numbers, something that's dropped off the last couple of seasons. But they started to make some corrections there. We'll be talking about Kansas City for years to come.
Yeah, that rush defense, 27th in the league, so certainly something to shore up before next season. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Mario Addison in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 56 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. As we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Attention shifting back to Carolina as they come onto the field. And you talked about it earlier. They started 6-2. Everything was looking good. Then 7 losses in a row in 2018. Besides Cam Newton retooling and not maybe running as much, what else needs to happen in Carolina?
I have to start with Cam Newton and his running because they've wanted him to run the ball less in recent years. But what's that expression that Cam used? A lion's got to roar. Running the football is a part of me, and it allows him to feel like he's part of the game. Well, they've got to be more judicious about that. He just has to get healthy because he was throwing the football better than he ever had in his career. But I do think the injury changed everything for Carolina because when he couldn't make the throws necessary, it really hurt them moving the ball downfield and put a lot of pressure on their defense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Wes Horton in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Forced out to his left. And he's going to go down again. Wes Horton bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A crazy sequence here. A huge game that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. Mahomes now to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 46 yards. And the Panthers have got it back to a one-score game. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. He's going to look deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 6 there on first.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this.
Black 58 rail.
Mahomes to throw on second down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Wes Horton in there again. My goodness, that is now his 4th sack tonight. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. On play action, it's Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Mario Addison. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And the Panthers coming out now. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Hey, get right there. Get right there. Get right there.
On 1st and 10, Newton. He's going to let this one go deep. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise him and catch him off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Switch.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And able to find Conley. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Chris Conley, 46 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play caller, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Newton. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Justin Houston. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. First hit, and just like that, on we head to half number 2. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Justin Houston in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. To throw is Newton. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Third and long, it's Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Newton on first down. Complete to right. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Newton now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Throwing again is Newton. Buying time to his left. And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
On the ground, McCaffrey. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
53 to Mike. 53 to Mike. Gun.
Here's Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 34. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Mario Addison in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. They go play fake. Mahomes. He's going to go deep for Conley. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Yeah, he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 63 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And that'll be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Mahomes again. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the night, and the Chiefs add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But I also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a first down throw for Newton. That's Samuel caught left side. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That goes for a gain of 31. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
Now he'll throw deep left side. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy.
And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Ooh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Flushed out right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Taking a shot for Samuel. Murray, and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off down near the 5, and he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. A big play there, Mahomes to Watkins. 56 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Justin Houston bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Newton. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. 23 yards on the play. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Back to throw, Newton. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A very solid gain of 27. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Ian Thomas from 3 yards out. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. So they fought half the battle here, but they're still down.
Plenty of work still left for them, but they delivered on the first step in their comeback attempt.
Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead will shrink to 6. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And now look at him go. He's at the 40, the 20, 10.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Mahomes going to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Newton now to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. D. Ford in there to drop it for a loss of nearly 20 yards.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have
Somebody call for the queen.
Next franchise.
Dagger.
I never duped anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture me, you got the picture me, Pacific ice on my ocean, ready for war like I'm Russia, ladies should never look lucky, my diamonds they tussling, my neck and my belly on, they call it for me and they, you want me like you not look, yeah, her Rex on her, yeah, B-Rex better calm down, yeah, if you go around, come around, yeah, whole squad, yeah, squad goes on me, yeah, make some more gel on my toes, yeah, Farrakhan glass for the chosen, yeah, you can go and get mad, jumping in the bed with the 2-team, and who's you, my shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too, dripping my swag, I never duped anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture.
You got a picture me. Send me calling. Ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. They don't make a sound. Money goes on these. White paint on my toes. When I see that new bay alert, don't be mad. Jumping in the bed, then I switch to the ghost like who's you? Remember this face, cause I'm that you gon' lose too. Dripping in ice, you looking at you. It's squad goals win. Are you pretty like no?
I never duped anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture. Jumping in the bed with the 2-team, and who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too. Dripping my swag, Dupac tag on, I got it in the bag now, getting all type of cash, I'm a general true.
You just in the car, man. It's like when you in the car, you just think about everything, man. Definitely when you by yourself and you just cruising on the highway, man. Yeah, this got me thinking. On that cap, swerving through traffic, listening to trap. My windows ain't tinted, so notice me. 4 braids, Yankee fitted, yeah, know it's me. I'm everywhere comfortable, but I'm still attentive. A young with money will make offended. I ain't flashy, I'm classy, but I ain't stupid either. Never show up to that's hungry and eager. My brother's keeper, I'm loyal, it's all in my demeanor. A true believer, I believe when they didn't believe her. That's why I don't let opinions affect me. I do what I want to do. If they do or they don't accept me, they expect me to give up. I almost did. Things went from moving faster, slow motion. I was losing focus, stuck on that. It was smooth on the surface, but underneath it was broken. Hoping to find hope in this hopeless world we live in. What you give is what you given. Gotta make wise decisions. Gotta stay tunnel vision. Gotta avoid collision. Keep scratching the surface and keep your palms itching. Gotta pay moms a visit. It's been a while. I've been working, she keep telling me she miss her child. I find myself passing the house, then I spin around. She say I'm always moving, ma, I just can't sit around. Oh my, cause the cash ain't gonna come to us. When we was down, who gave a dime